Hello, London, and hello to everyone coming in throughout the world. We gathered today to say no to the digital ID. What is the digital ID? The digital ID is the very heart of building a surveillance system that will allow programmable money to exist and to connect to that surveillance system in a way that your everyday life can be mandated and controlled by a small group of people who are depending on algorithms and AI and software to control you. So they can decide where you can go, they can decide what you buy. If you're not good, they can turn off your money. So imagine, unless you get their healthcare treatment that they want, or they can turn off your money if they don't want you driving, or if they don't want your electricity working, they can turn off your electricity. So the digital ID is at the very heart of the entire system of a digital control grid. Now, some people say it can't really be that bad. Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. I worked inside the system, and I understand where the bankers are going. They literally, in addition to controlling monetary policy, they want to control fiscal policy too. They can replace all the legislators. They can replace parliament. They can have taxation without representation. They want complete control. And they've said this. They've said this publicly, that they can make the rules centrally on how you can use your money and where you can use your money and what you can use your money for. And they can enforce the rules because now they have the technology. But they can't do it without a digital ID. The digital ID is the very heart of the system. Some people say, oh, well, it's inevitable. No, it's not. They want you to believe it's inevitable because that's how they march you right into the slaughterhouse. The history of freedom is that a small group of people, 5 or 10%, can turn things around and often do. Freedom often wins. And look at the liberties that we've all enjoyed. Freedom has won again and again and again, particularly throughout the Western world. Don't let yourself be programmed to get you to comply with the unspeakable. The digital ID is at the heart of central controls where unspeakable things will be asked of you, unspeakable things will be required. And part of it is, no matter how extraordinary tyranny has been in our history and the history of the world, the kind of invasive technology that is now possible, we are talking about a tyranny, if this happens, which is far more horrible. It's a far more horrible form of slavery than we've ever known. This is unspeakable. Never call it inevitable. It's not inevitable. Death is not the worst thing that can happen. There are many good people who are building the digital ID, financing the digital ID, promoting the digital ID, because they do not understand. But your efforts today are reaching them. They're starting to understand. You can teach enough good people, and then things really start to change. You often hear there's nothing we can do. There's a great deal we can do. First of all, you're doing it by being here today. We can use cash. We can boycott and shun the people who are doing this. We can stop helping them. We can stop working for them. We can stop financing this. We can stop supporting their political efforts or their business efforts. Let's call them all out for what they are. They're people who are trying to cash in on the end of human liberty. And what we can absolutely do, because at the heart this is a spiritual war, we can pray. And we can remember in this most wonderful of holiday seasons that our freedoms come to us by divine right. And prayer can make a huge difference. So we can always pray. We can pray while we're driving. We can pray while we're working. We can pray while we're gardening. We can pray while we're cleaning our home. We can pray for freedom. We are not going to let tyranny happen. We intend to be free. Today, you and I, we all celebrate freedom. We celebrate it in London. We celebrate wherever we are in the world. We reject the digital ID.